Good Sunday morning, everybody. Happy resurrection. Thank y'all so much for getting up early with me this morning because we're going to get this breakfast. This is not breakfast, but we're going to get Resurrection Day, Easter Sunday dinner ready. We're going to get it going. What I'm going to start out with is my desserts first. I'm going to get them in the oven because I have to bake my bread pudding and I'm making a sweet potato cake. So those two things have to be baked. So I'm going to get them in the oven and get them out, and I'm going to get my meats on. And dinner is going to be a wrap, y'all. I told y'all yesterday on my, on my video what I was going to be cooking. The smoked chicken, roasted lemon flavored chicken in the oven, barbecue spare ribs, curry chicken, rice, green beans, steamed cabbage, maybe, sweet potato cake, bread pudding, brown sugar lemonade. If the kids don't come by to get it, they can come by and sit down. I mean, what can I say? They're my kids. We love each other, and whatever we're doing, we're practicing our social distancing. So they'll make up their minds. They're gonna come by again, and they're gonna do a curbside, drive-by, whatever you want to call it, or they can come right on here and we can sit down and have a meal. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bread pudding together. Then I'm gonna do the sweet potato cake, and we'll get that in the oven. So hang on now, and I'm gonna get back on the other side of the camera. Get it zoomed in here. Okay. Here we go. As you can see, I've got my bread in my mixing dish right there. And what I've already done, I've mixed up, I got 2 cups of brown sugar coming out of there. Okay. I've got, this is a cup of brown sugar and 2 cups of milk. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and, this is my egg mixture right here. I always put it in my Ninja cup. Because what I wanted to do, you know, we want it to be a nice pudding type thing. So this is that really good bread. This is that brioche bread, but I had a lot of it left over. And really, I'm breaking it up in here so I don't try to make sandwiches out of it. So anyway, I've got about, let me see, what did I have? 3, 4, 5, 6 slices of the brioche, 6 slices of the brioche bread. It's that nice, thick, good bread, y'all. Just break it up in pieces, just about like this. And then I've got some raisin bread. I got about 6 or 8 slices of raisin bread in there. And what it is bread pudding. And what you do, you just keep, what I always do, when I buy a lot of bread, I just put it right into the refrigerator or in the freezer. I share it with the birds, and every once in a while I go ahead and make a nice bread pudding. But just break it up like so, all in this big old mixing bowl, and then we'll take and pour our pudding mix over it. So I have 3 hamburger buns in here, 6 slices of this thick brioche bread, and 6 slices of the raisin bread. So that should be a gracious plenty of bread. Remember now, sometimes y'all come back and ask me, what's the recipe? So as I'm making this, I'm giving you the recipe, okay? Or you have to go back sometimes and listen to the video over again. But one more time, if you want to do this along with me, if you got this thick bread, 6 slices of the brioche bread, which has a little sweet taste to it, or whatever bread you had. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be brioche. But 6 slices of bread, so 6, and then 6 slices of raisin bread. What's that? 6, that's 12 slices of bread, and then I got 4 hamburger buns in there. So this is the equivalent of a regular size loaf of bread. Is what you need, at least a loaf of bread, if you're going to make a nice, healthy. But just make sure you get everything broken up. You can't have any whole pieces in there. Just keep on breaking it until you get it all broken up. And then after I get it all broken up, just go through there and make sure everything. My hands are clean, y'all. I'm practicing safety here. I always do as a cook. I'm always doing this. Oh, I saw Paula Deen on TV. She did a special show. She had made a pretty cake. She was on not YouTube, but Facebook. She made a beautiful cake. It was some kind of a chocolate pound cake. So anyway, I got the bread all broken up in here. You can look at it and see how it's broken up. And that's just just a big old, this is a big bowl. This is a big old bowl of bread, which is, like I say, this is the equivalent of probably a full loaf of bread. So you can mix different breads to get that extra flavor. And I'm going to put a cup of blueberries in it. 1 cup of blueberries is going to go in here. And really, you know what? It doesn't matter what order. These are frozen blueberries. I'm going to just drop them right on in there. Okay. If you got other fruit that you want, you can put bananas. Well, not really banana. I've never tried it with bananas. Well, I have, but I'm not going to do bananas with this. I got some mango I'm going to throw in there probably. If you have apples, whatever fruit, strawberries, I love strawberries in it. Okay, so we got a cup of blueberries, a loaf of bread. Okay, this is 4 eggs and a cup and a half of milk. And that's a half a cup of my sugar because that's all that will fit in this one at one time. That's all that will fit. So you're going to have probably 2.5 cups of sugar is going to be in here. So I'm going to have to put more sugar in. Now this right here is another, it didn't stir you up too well, did it? Okay. This is another cup of 2 cups of milk. So you're going to put probably all total 3 cups of milk. I think that's enough milk. But I do have to put a little bit more sugar in there. And what I do, like I said, I put it on the blender there and let it blend so everything will be mixed in together. To that, okay, listen to me. All together, we're going to have 3 cups of milk in here. 1 cup of blueberries. 1 loaf of bread. Okay. 3 tablespoons of vanilla flavor. Okay. A half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Y'all still with me? And we just put it all in here. And what we're going to do is get that bread down into that mixture. And it's going to sort of soak in. That's what we want to do right there. We want to let it sit there. And we're going to let it sit there for a minute or two. Just let it soak all in together. And when it gets all soaked in together, we'll be ready to put it in the pan. Now, this is Smart Start. I always put about a stick of butter in. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to melt that Smart Start. I can just get me a foil pan and melt it. I will be baking my bread pudding in this pan here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stick of butter into my pan and just let it, yeah, this is a piggy stick of butter. I like, you know, like that. So just put it in there and melt it. Okay, let me make sure y'all are seeing, yeah, y'all seeing everything you need to see. Okay, so as I was saying, you're going to allow this mixture to soak in really, really good. Just take the back of that spoon and sort of do it just like that. Okay? And I'm going to, that's how I was going to put, in that way, you sort of press those berries out too. Just press them out, press them out. And you notice I don't have a lot, just enough to enhance and to give that blueberry flavor. Okay? Yummy. That's gonna be real good. Okay. That's gonna be wonderful good. So y'all hold on just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm pouring in my Smart Start. I think that's enough right there. I'll keep the rest of that for the rest of that Smart Start because I forgot to have Smart Start to go in my sweet potato cake. I got kind of carried away with that. Okay. Okay. I got one more little secret weapon Y'all know I have to have that little extra. Y'all know I'm extra. So, I happened to walk over to the cabinet and I found some vanilla pudding. I was going to do banana pudding today, but I decided not to. So what I did was just put a half a box of vanilla pudding in there and a cup of milk. So I'm just going to pour that right into my mixture here. Okay? Now that's just extra added flavor. And that way I didn't have to put a whole lot of extra sugar in there. So let's just get all that mixed up in there. Mix. Okay. I'm just going to go in my nice buttery pan. And I'm going to be putting it in at 375 degrees. I'm going to bake it for probably about 45 minutes to an hour. Because this is going to be sort of a thick one. So it's going to take a little minute. So that's why I need to go ahead and get in the oven. Because I'm going to have to do that sweet potato cake about the same amount of time. So I'm going to get this poured up into my pan here. I'll make a nice thick full one, as you can see. All that goodness. Okay, so voila, we got bread pudding, folks. Bread pudding. Happy Resurrection Day bread pudding for dinner. Okay. And I may or may not do a little glaze to go over because really it tastes so good with that pudding in it. Probably won't even need one. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this into the oven and I'll be back and we'll mix up that sweet potato cake right quick. Okay, y'all, I am back and I'm putting together now the top portion of my sweet potato cake. These are sweet potatoes. This is 4 cups of cooked sweet potato. Now, some people use canned. I like fresh sweet potatoes, so the way I'm fixing this recipe, it calls for 4 cups, excuse me, of mashed sweet potatoes. Just fix it just like like you're doing regular pie filling for a sweet potato pie. It's the same thing for me. It is. So, let me get my can opener. The only difference here is I don't put as many eggs in there because the filling is sort of a little bit different and the sugar is different. The recipe for this particular dish calls for a whole box of powdered sugar. I don't use that much powdered sugar. Can you believe I'm saying using that much powdered sugar? This is about a half a cup, and then to supplement, I'm gonna make it into. This is the rest of that not jello, but that vanilla pie fill is sweet. Y'all know me, I'll try anything once. Blows it seems like it's not gonna blow up. So this is 1 cup, so really supposed to have that much sugar. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use, instead of using the powdered sugar, I'm using this, where did I just stick it so quick? Well, anyway, it's vanilla pie filling, the instant vanilla pie filling. I'm going to use that. Or you can use the 1 box, you know what it is, confection sugar. Put that whole thing, it makes it really, really, really sweet. It's good now, don't get me wrong, it's very good. But I'm going to cut back on the sugar. This is my way of cutting back on some of that sugar today. So, also, the other thing that I'm doing, I love canned milk, y'all. It's like Old Pit or Carnation milk. I'm going to use about a cup of pet milk in here. That's about a good cup. Okay, and we're going to mix it up real good. And I'm going to put it through my blender because I'm not using my hand mixer with this. Because normally when I do my pie filling, because I have so much, I use the hand mixer. But today, your girl is using, I'm going to use my Ninja to get it nice and silky smooth like I like it. Okay, so in that now I've got 4 cups of sweet potatoes, which is probably 3 large sweet potatoes. You know, you can bake them, boil them, or you can get a large can of sweet potatoes. If you use canned sweet potatoes, I ain't mad at you. You know me, I don't like to reinvent the wheel anyway. And now that recipe doesn't really call for any butter, but I remember I melted down some Smart Starch. So I'm gonna put about a half a cup of Smart Start in there. How's that? Okay, is that good with y'all? Then I'm going to also add 1 egg to that. Okay, swish it around, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna get it in that blender, in that mixer, and we're gonna whip it up and get it real nice and smooth. Then I'm gonna put that sugar in there. There's that confectioner sugar, and along with the vanilla pie filling. This is like the top part of that sweet potato cake. You can go online. This recipe is on there. So many people. As a matter of fact, I forgot some of the ingredients one time, and I was trying my best to look up that recipe, and I couldn't find it. And guess what? It was on a sweet thing. So, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drop in a tablespoon of vanilla flavor, and this is imitation vanilla flavor. So you gotta put enough in there to taste it. And then a 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. You know, remember I told you nutmeg is strong. I don't like a lot of nutmeg. I like for it to enhance and not take over. So just a half of a, I'm sorry, an 1/8 of a teaspoon, not a half, an 1/8. Okay, people. And where's my salt? We need a pinch of salt. And the reason I do the salt sort of helps to give it that little buttery flavor. I'm giving y'all my trade secrets here, folks. So we're just gonna use about a 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in there. Then my cheering column, about an 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in there. Hang on 1 minute for me. Yes, ma'am. Hold on, let me turn my camera on. Whoo, y'all. Okay, I'm back. That was one of my children. I had to have a long conversation. Lord, we get to talk about stuff and I forget what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm a multitasker. Y'all know that. So here's the next one. Y'all, but we're not going to be gone that long on this one now. Yes, dear. Okay. Taylor forgot to tell me something the first time. So anywho, we're back. Okay, so here's what I've done while I was gone. And I was literally gone for that 10-15 minutes, however long it was. This is 1 box of Duncan Hines Yellow Moist Cake Mix, or whatever brand you use, and 1 stick of butter. You just put the cake mix in the bowl, and you just, it's going to get real nice and crumbly, like so. I hope I put enough in there, because I really seem like it's a little stiff. We're going to try a little bit more won't hurt nothing. I'm going to do a little bit more, maybe another tablespoon. Seems like I need another tablespoon in there. Anyway, just make sure that butter is mixed in there really good. It's going to be nice and crumbly like so. And just keep, like I said, just keep working it in there. It looks like dough, and which it is. It's cake flour dough. Cake mix dough, rather. So just make sure you press into it and make sure it's blended well. So the next thing I'm going to do with it, I was going to put it in my one of my tin pans, but I think I need it wider and longer, so I want to use my nice little Christmas baking dish here. And I've already finished mixing up my filling to go on top of it, because I need to get this into the oven. Now this little jewel here is going to have to bake about 45 minutes. So what I want to do is just pour it all into the pan like so. And just spread it. You got to get it spread. You just press it into the pan like this. And get it up around the, you need a bottom crust. This will make like your pie crust. Okay. This is really, it's nice and sweet, but it's real good, y'all. It's real good. That's why I backed off some of the sugar from the filling part. Okay, make sure y'all are able to see that really, really good. Okay, yeah, everything's there. So, like I said, once you get that mixture blended real good, and you can do this for any kind. You can make a whatever kind of filling you want to put on here. This is like a pie crust, but it is a cake mix crust. And for you, those of you who've been around for a little bit, y'all have done this before. I'm sure y'all made this before. See, when that butter melts, it'll get that cake mix and that sweet in there, and it'll goo up together. Okay, this is gonna make a pretty dish also. Get that as much as far up as I can, like so. I don't think we baked this. Try 35 minutes on this. I believe it is. Y'all know with me and recipes, I gotta get these recipes. I got it written down somewhere, but like I said, I rarely cook by recipe. So, and make sure that bottom is well covered. So I think that's good. So the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and put the filling in. Remember, this filling is 4 cups of potatoes, a cup of milk, 1 egg, and a couple tablespoons of vanilla flavor. Just go ahead and put it right on top of that crust there. Just make sure you smooth it out really, really good. Lots of it in there. So this is see how that you need the 4 cups of potatoes, and it's gonna be joining that bread. When that bread pudding is cooking for about 15-20 minutes. So just make sure you spread it out really, really good, and you got your nice, simple, quick and easy dessert. This is a fan favorite, family favorite, friend favorite. This is one of them you can't miss type dishes. So when this cooks, whoo, this is some good eating, y'all. I'm just here to tell y'all, this is just some really, really good eating. And it's a great dish for I was gonna say Thanksgiving, for any holiday. It's just a good holiday meal dessert. And Lord have mercy, if you had some blueberry ice cream or any kind of good ice cream, I can't wait to get back on the front porch to use my ice cream maker. And this is a nice dish, like if you're taking a dish somewhere, this is a nice dish, and it's a very inexpensive dish. And like I said, if you want to use canned sweet potatoes now, I have used in the past, I've used a canned sweet potato before, and it came out okay. You just make sure you get the seasoning in there right. So voila, our sweet potato cake is ready, y'all, to go into the oven. I'm gonna get it over here in that oven, and we'll be back after it gets done, and then I'll get the other food ready to go into the oven. So hang on with me now. Go ahead and get yourself started if you want to make one. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I gotta get this meat going. The dessert is almost ready. So what I'm starting to do now, I've already prepped all of my meat. I showed it to y'all yesterday, those of you who watched my video. Okay, these are my two chickens. These are 3 4-pound chickens. Don't they look wonderful? Okay, I got these chickens in this pan, and I have already pre-seasoned them and stuffed them. I've got my, the equivalent of, complete seasoning on. If you got complete seasoning, douse them real good. If not, salt, pepper, paprika, some onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of salt if you use salt. Just get them going real good. Slather that all over them, inside, outside, under the skin, everywhere. And then squirt some lemon juice, a little bit of lemon juice, probably about a couple tablespoons of lemon juice inside of each one. And inside I've got it stuffed with a piece of smoked turkey neck. On both ends I got onions and celery inside. And I am going to cover these babies with my foil tent. And I'm going to allow them to cook for about 2 hours. Hopefully they will be done. I'm going to test them. This is a new recipe I'm trying. I'm calling it my smoked roasted lemon chicken. And the smoke flavor is going to come from those smoked turkey necks. Not a lot of them, just about a piece about so big in each one because you don't want the smoke to overtake. So I'm going to put this in that 375-degree oven and let it cook. And then I'm going to switch out and bring my rib pan over here. So hold on just a minute. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm praying that these chickens are going to, yeah, perfect. Okay. Just make sure you get that foil as tight as you can because you want that steam to come up there and to just cook that chicken to perfection. So hold on just a minute, let me get these going. Okay, y'all, forgive me. I'm going to start these chickens out uncovered in the oven. Then I'll come back after about an hour and then I'll cover them, make sure they steam and cook through it, and I'll take it off one more time and let them brown up. That's what I'm going to do because I'm going to be basting them. Okay, so get this chicken going in. Okay, I'm going to keep this top for later. Spare ribs. I got my spare ribs out here. This is 3 slabs of ribs, and they're going to be oven baked. We're going to get them going. Let me get that cup out of the way. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I've already started. I'm just going to brush these real good with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. They make real good barbecue sauce. But because it is so thick, I go ahead and I reduce it down. I take 1.5 cups of barbecue sauce and put 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of vinegar, a tablespoon of garlic powder, some onion powder, put it in there. And I just mix it up real good to reduce it down so it won't be so thick, because I'm going to come back and I'm going to baste these again when they cook up. These are Babyback, y'all, by the way. So we're just going to take them here. I'm handling these with my hands. And please remember, after you finish handling this, you got to wash your hands real good with Clorox. Okay? Don't forget to sanitize those hands, you know. When you're cooking in the kitchen, you have to remember to do that. So these are going to go into the oven. They're going to be baked. I got enough. I'm going to put them on the very bottom rack. And just let them cook. They're going to have to cook for a couple hours because we want them falling off the bone. Okay, so these are going to cook open, just like this. Okay, so I'll be right back, y'all. Then I'm going to work on this chicken. Oh, by the way, the barbecue ribs, that's 3 slabs. I put the same seasoning on basically all of my foods. I put, if you don't have the complete seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, a pinch of salt. And basically that's it. Just, you know, rub them real good. Let them sit overnight so that seasoning will go through them, and then take them back out the next day and put your barbecue sauce and run it through that oven. Okay, let's get that in because we don't want that drooling all over the stove, y'all. Okay, so here we go. I'll return with the chicken in just a second. Okay, y'all, I've already started it. This is, let's see, 12 chicken thighs. I have marinated them overnight with my curry masala seasoning, some black pepper, a little bit of salt, some sage, and just rub them down real good with that curry powder. And go ahead and pan fry them until they get nice and brown like so. And I'm going to start putting them right here into my oil pan. And then I'll cut up and saute my peppers and onions, pour them right over there. And these are going to bake for about a good hour. They're about halfway done right now already. So to me, the thighs make the best curry because they already, I'm just going to pour the rest of these right on in the pan. Okay. And we're done with that. Okay. Medium high heat. Just take them and lay them down there. You notice I left the skin on a couple of them, but most of them I took the skin off. Some people like that skin, so I'll just leave it right on for those who like it. Me personally, I like to take mine off. Okay. So now, we're going to let these dairies, they smell so good, y'all. And I'm going to cut up a large green pepper, a large onion, and some celery, and some carrots. I'm going to go ahead and saute them, make a light gravy with it, and pour it right over that, cover it, and put it in the oven for a couple hours. No, I said about an hour and 15 minutes, not a couple hours, because it's already cooked for about 20 minutes. So the meats are on. The dessert is on. Now what I've got to cook is a cabbage, some green beans, and some rice. And this dinner is going to be, it's going to be colossal, but very simple. What made it simple for me is that I got my meats all ready to cook last night. So all I had to do was walk in the kitchen and start cooking. So y'all hang on just a second. Take notes now. Okay, y'all, we're back, ready to take, ooh, I mean to take the camera out. I mean to take the chicken out. Can we take the chicken out, y'all, not the camera? Okay. So, if I can get the chicken out the pan, I'm going to go ahead and put I was trying to put my veggies down. Sort of set them in the wrong spot. Look how pretty and brown the chicken is. So get the last of it out, and we're getting ready to throw in the veggies, and we're going to sweat them just a little bit. We're going to add some cornstarch to them, a little chicken stock, and we're going to have us some gravy going. So what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to take some of that oil. I'm going to take some oil out of that pan. Take a little bit of that oil out. You can use the oil. I won't throw it in good oil. Okay, how about that? Use all that goodie in the bottom of the pan. About a couple of tablespoons of oil. Okay. Get the goodie off the bottom there. We'll use that oil there for the green beans. I won't have to put any oil in the green bean pot. So I have sliced up some carrots, onions, and celery that we're going to go ahead and sweat enough to sort of make us somewhat of a little bit of gravy to go along with this. Kind of start that heat up high. So just to get them all in there. And these are going to have to, I can move my camera in the right spot now, I think. Well, not quite. Let's just wait a minute. We're going to let these go ahead and saute, sweat, or whatever you want to call it, for about 5 or 6 minutes. Then I'll go ahead and start making bread. They don't need to be too done because they're going to go into the oven with the chicken, so they're going to finish cooking in the oven, and all that infused flavor will be in that chicken. So while that is doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and get I got my rice on that back burner over there. I don't know if you can see it. But y'all know, y'all cook the rice according, yeah, there's the rice. It's just about done. Cook it according to the packaging. So the rice is about done. I can move it out of my way. Then I'm going to get those green beans going in that pot where I put that extra oil. So y'all hang on just a minute. Let me get my green beans ready. We are rolling with this meal, y'all. Okay, y'all, we're ready to go ahead and start the gravy that we're going to put over this curried chicken. So we're going to make like a curried chicken gravy. I'm going to go ahead and put in about 2 cups of chicken broth. Bring it to a nice boil. And then I'll put in some cornstarch, and thus we're going to have some raw curried chicken gravy. We don't want to have a whole lot, but enough. And of course you have to sample and taste it, and make sure, y'all, make sure it's it's well seasoned. Don't get caught short without having enough salt in it. So you have to taste of it. Get your spoon. Okay. I'm not quite tasting the curry in there. So we got to pull out the curry powder. I'm going to go ahead and put about another teaspoon of curry powder in there. Y'all know I'm going to shake it right in out of my curry powder box. It's my Indian curry powder. Okay. You know, curry has a little twang to it, you know. A little heat to it, in other words. So, and you know, of course, once you put the chicken into the oven, it's going to yield some more juice, so I don't need to put a lot. Okay. And I need to put a little bit more of my turmeric in there. Turmeric going. About a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of turmeric. And a dash or two of black pepper. Teaspoon of garlic powder. I have got some green curry. That green curry is strong, it's potent, it tastes like what I want, but it's hot. It's so hot. Ooh, real hot. So I can't do a lot of that in there, folks. I can't eat that hot stuff, y'all. But if you got some green curry, that green curry will set it off. I'm going to tell you right now. Green curry is no joke. For real. I want to put something so bad. And I'll tell you what. My little secret weapon sauce here. It has a little kick to it. But I'm just going to put a little bit, y'all. Put a little bit of this in there because it's got a little kick. So there's a little bit, but a little bit goes a long way in the flavor with this. Okay. So I don't want to get it to a point where, you know, the babies want to eat some, of course. We don't want to make it where the babies can't eat. I'm going to put a little bit more of that chicken broth in there. And now, I've not put any other salt, so I can add me a pinch, which is like a half of a teaspoon of salt in the pinch. Okay. You can leave it out altogether if you like, but I didn't like, so I want to put it in there to make sure that my dish comes together, because the worst thing in the world when you're making a dish, you know, like I said, I don't cut everybody out of everything. I have to be cut out because I eat a small amount. I eat in moderation, so I'll eat this in moderation. Okay, y'all, we're going to do this Easter Sunday dinner in 2 parts, so stay tuned for part 2. I've just completed part 1, so hang in there with me. I'll be right back.